is on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Yeah. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. Yeah. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. If I quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Yeah. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at, though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap, though. Yeah. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. No. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Woo! Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Good morning. How's my fam doing out there? Not a lot of people, you know why? Because I don't have a schedule. I need a schedule, but I don't have one. How's everybody doing out there today? J-Dub's in the house. Definitely family. Native Fry definitely in this house. Definitely family. What's going on, Native? What's going on, J-Dubs? Good to see you guys here on stream this morning. We got a lot on the platter. Today is a comeback day. We're going to go to Twitch after this stream and we're going to blow it up. We're going to talk about what happened to me on Twitch over a month ago, how I got banned on Twitch. We're going to go back to Twitch just to rub it in their face. After this stream, we're just going to have a lot of fun today. I'm really looking forward to what we're going to get into over there. We're going to play some Star Citizen over there. I've got so many tabs open on this page. I don't even know where I'm at. My goodness. Woo! Turn that off. We're gonna get busy here. We got a lot on the. How's everybody doing out there? What's going on? I don't know about you guys, but I am raring to go today. You guys got like a good DG today. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Boson on here. Jeremy's still awake. You're gonna stay awake. What's up, Veg? Vegna, I have not seen you in ages, dude. Hey, we're gonna go over on Twitch where you're a moderator over there because Vegna always hits the streams. What's going on, Invisible? Super talkative in our Discord always. Invisible, you can always count on his Discord wonderfulness. How you doing, dude? T Love, what's going on, T? Welcome to the stream, dude. It's good to see you guys. Daniel, Mr. Sosa. The baseball players here, man. Mr. Sosa. Many people don't know that Daniel Sosa is the nephew of Sammy Sosa, famous Major League Baseball player. Hello, Daniel. I know that's completely not even spelled the same way. That's okay. That's fine. We're not focused on spelling right now. Sky, how you doing? Now we're getting busy. You know why I don't have like a ton of people here right now? People are going, this guy sucks because there's not a lot of people in here. And I'm used to seeing that when I go to see my thought. When I go see my thought girl, she's got thousands of guys spamming and throwing money at the screen. All those insults and simps throwing all the money at the screen. God, they got it so easy. We're going to talk about that at the end of this stream. I got so much to talk about today. My daughter, literally her college called her off. They said, we can't take this anymore. Corona's getting too heavy. We're going to just shut it down, they said. Corona's going nuts right now. Corona's just running rampant. It's a virus. What do we expect? We're just at the beginning of this. I don't even want to talk about this, but I am going to. Let's start off the show officially and professionally, everybody. Let's just do it. Yep. Here you see it. The live count of the coronavirus taking over the world. Now, I'm not going to get too crazy in this, but I will say this. The illusion that the government needs to present us is completely busted because our Trump leadership is broken, man. Like, there is no leadership from our government, and there's no talking with other governments on how to actually hold up this illusion to everyone to convince us to fake us out. Like in the past, how they professionally faked us out and made us feel better, you know, under other administrations in the past. Hell, you know, like whether you're Democrat or Republican, they all did a better job than what Trump's doing right now. Well, you go to Clinton, you go to Bush, you go to Obama, it doesn't matter who, they all would have made me feel a little bit more comfortable because I feel like they could talk about this professionally and talk with other countries, and all the other countries could get together and figure out like a plan that could give us this illusionary sense that somebody knows what they're doing. But because there isn't, we got like shortages and Purell. People are paying $50 in Purell. People don't have enough toilet paper. Like, what's going on? I went to go to the store just to get some toilet paper. I don't even have toilet paper now, all because of this. Now, don't worry if you're wondering, is he going to talk about Corona all morning? No, I'm not. We're going to talk about a lot. But I'm looking at this guy, and I saw this dude on Joe Rogan. Now, you might be asking, who's this old dude right here? Who is he? Okay, that's a good question. This man is Michael Osterholm, an internationally recognized expert in infectious disease epidemiology. He is a Regents Professor, McKnight Presidential Endowed Chairs in Public Health, the director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy. Okay, so this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to the coronavirus, and he was on the Joe Rogan show, and I want to just talk, you know, how serious is the coronavirus, right? Well, let's listen to a professional here, and let's just listen.
This really is acting like an influenza virus, something that transmits very, very easily through the air. We now have data to show that you're infectious before you even get sick, and in some cases, quite highly infectious. Just breathing is all that you need to do. So from this
last week, we also found out that it can be transferred through feces because people don't wash their hands in today's age. We've got to have signs in the bathroom to tell us to wash our hands. That's pretty interesting. Who knew that there's not a lot of people out there that didn't wash their hands? I knew because I go to like public restrooms when I'm in a restaurant, and I see men not using the sink. I call them the doo-doo people. So let's keep listening.
I can understand why people would say, well, wait a minute, flu kills a lot more itself every year than this does. And I remind people this is just the beginning. Probably the best guesstimate we have right now on what limited data we have would say this is going to be at least 10 to 15 times worse than the worst seasonal flu year we see.
Okay, 10 to 15 times worse than a standard seasonal flu. Okay, from an expert telling us that it's 10 to 15 times worse.
10 to 15 times worse in terms of fatalities?
Yeah, and just illness.
Oh, in terms of fatality, something got a little serious here. Wait a second. What? Wait, what's going on?
In fact, I brought some numbers. We conservatively estimate that this could require 48 million hospitalizations, 96 million cases actually occurring, over 480,000 deaths that can occur over the next 3 to 7 months with this situation.
All right. Okay. All right.
So this is not one that to take lightly. And I think that's what I can understand if you say there's only been 10 deaths or 20 deaths or 50 deaths. Just remember, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about almost no cases in the United States. And now that we're testing for it and watching the spread as it's unfolding, those numbers are going up astronomically. 3 weeks ago, Italy was just living life just fine. Now they're literally in a virtual shutdown in the northern parts of Italy. And that's the challenge with an infectious disease like this. It can spread very quickly.
It's so easy to spread this virus. And, you know, what's to say the long-term effects of this virus? We don't know yet, man. And that's why, like, we need leadership to actually give us at least the illusion that they know what in the hell they're doing. If you see here's some symptoms. You want to know what? Oh, wash your hands. Thanks. Use a tissue. Avoid touching your face. 70% of people not doing this. That's my own calculation. If you look down here, you can see that these are the symptoms: fever and tiredness, a cough, breathing difficulties, and muscle pain. Thank you. These are the symptoms. So keep an eye out for that. And interesting article from the New York Post that facial hairstyles and filtering face piece respirators can actually be bad for you. So they're actually showing you like facial hairstyles that aren't good for you, which is great because there's some on here that they call the Zappa. If you have the Zappa, you're safe. Thank God, Frank Zappa. You knew what was up, dude. Frank Zappa, one of the best musicians of all time. He's safe from the coronavirus. Thank you. The Zorro, apparently Zorro's cool. Wow, dude. Wow. You know, this isn't just US though. I mean, like, this is kind of worldwide, but I expect this to blow up actually in the US even more so because a lot of people in the US don't treat this as it's a big deal. Like, people in the US, and can you know, like, a lot of the people like listening to Trump's like, it's just the flu, you know? Well, hey, you know, it seems like it's a little bit more than that. The president, here's an article that I liked right here. This is from the New York Post also. New York Post, not the best paper, but this was a pretty good article about how he kind of needs to step up a little bit. If I was Biden, and personally, I think if Biden, you know, wins the primary, which I hopefully he does, because I don't honestly think Biden can win. They're both old. Biden, I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, come on. We need some fresh blood, man, to go up against Trump and be, like, aggressive against Trump. We need, like, somebody as a Democrat that can go fight against Trump on his own, you know, on his own terms. Just basically how Trump goes after people. And, you know, this is from somebody, I call myself a Liberal-Republican. That's a liberal Republican. So that I call myself a Liberal-Republican. I'm making a new party up. And, you know, that's my party, the Liberal-Republican Party. But I will say this, like, in order for the Democrats to win, they got to be a little bit aggressive. But here's a great way to win. If you're a Democrat, okay, Biden, by the way, if you are, you might have a chance. And this is what I would do. I would step up and I'd say, okay, I'm going to create my own committee and I'm going to step up the leadership and we're going to deal with this virus. And I'm going to tell the American people how we're going to do it. If you step up and show that type of leadership, then you're going to beat Trump hands down. Period. Because Trump's literally doing nothing about this, and we have no direction from those that we look towards to, that we pay our taxes to. They're just going golfing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine out there. Here's somebody, the coronavirus health minister, Nadine Dorries, test positive. This is terrible. This is in the UK. Their own health minister tested positive for the coronavirus. Like, wow. Like, that's ridiculous. Also, things being put on delay. Well, look at this. Frontier Development putting on delay their fleet carriers that, honestly, they're just giant garages in space. If you're in the gaming world and you love to play games, Elite Dangerous used to be an awesome game. Okay? But now it's a pile of poo. But apparently these big, large parking garages out in space can't be designed because Frontier's calling it off. They're saying, hey, coronavirus, we're done, we're out. Just like my daughter's school. Big college in Ohio, they said, peace out. They said, peace out. You guys just do schooling from home. Zoe's literally going to be living here till the summer. Devin's still going to high school. I went there for a meeting last week with the teachers, and, you know, I'm going into high school at noon, and kids are literally rammed together. There's no planning. They're all, like, rammed together. Their faces are right next to each other. I'm walking around everybody. I'm like, shit, if coronavirus hits this school, this thing's going to spread like bam. So this also puts under question, like, what will happen with Cloud Imperium? What will happen with Cloud Imperium? Will Cloud Imperium also do what Frontier Development did and say, you know, there's already enough holdouts with Star Citizen as it is. Can you imagine that they take the same page that Frontier Development does and they say, okay, guys, Cloud Imperium, we're done. We're shutting it down. Like, there's already enough delays with the roadmap and everything. By the way, the roadmap update coming out this week, I really want to go over it with you guys. I'm curious to see what's going to be on this. But here's the other angle to this. What if, Cloud Imperium just says, peace out, we're shutting it down? Like, what if that happens, man? Like, the design getting put on hold because they're just not even showing up to work. And can't these guys work from home? What's up, Cash? Welcome to the stream, dude. Good to see you and good morning, man. So lots of things being put on hold. Certain events I saw in our Discord here. under the news section, thanks guys for being so awesome and posting news events here. This is great. That Invisible posted that the E3 is going to be canceled. I watched a little bit of that. So E3 in 2020 canceled. So many events. And you know what? That's proactive. I think that people are shutting things down because there's no confidence in the leadership. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what to do. They're looking for leadership. There's no leadership to look towards to. None of the countries are talking to one another. There's a price war between Russia and freaking Saudi Arabia on oil. Like, really? Like, come on, guys. Can people start talking to one another and try and figure this out and shut it down? Where's our leadership at? Where's our leadership at? It's ridiculous. Like, this whole coronavirus thing could be shut down, or at least give us the illusion that you know what in the hell you're doing. Thank you. God damn, like, I can't even go and step outside. I can't buy toilet paper. Purell's $50 a bottle, and things that we are looking forward to are getting shut down all over the world. E3, I'm not looking forward to fleet carriers. Go to hell, Elite Dangerous. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Hold on, let me get my coffee. That was a hell of a rant right there. Jesus, you don't get that on booby streamers. You don't get that on the thoughts out there. Hold on a second. That coffee feels so good. Yeah, a lot of people in the chat saying, what leadership? There is no leadership. This isn't just a me thing. This is everybody out there. Even the people that are just like people you in other countries that, you know, you're wondering what they're thinking. They're thinking the same thing. There's no leadership out there. Jesus. What's up, 3.1? How you doing? Good to see you on stream as well, man. It's good to see you guys. We're gonna play a little bit of Star Citizen after all this ranting and raving's done here this morning. Oh, I gotta slow it down a little bit and take a breath. I'm just, I'm getting really upset about it. What's up, Max? Max says, it blows my mind that Americans can't seem to see past political ideologies and see what a horrible person Trump is. This is the viewpoint of every non-American. I mean, it's just not Americans. It's just, here's the thing. It's just about humanity right now. It's more out on the front because America is all about entertainment and pushing that out there. And people need to drop their party lines. It's a pandemic. You know, like, I see Democrats going crazy. I see Republicans going crazy. And it's like, guys, drop the party politics and let's just talk about this fact that this is a virus. It's a pandemic. And all that talk that you see, Max, is just to glorify their own righteous, path as the party. So that shit needs to go. Absolutely agree with you, Max. And I'm so sick of the fact that people just can't drop that. Eventually, that's what's got to happen in America. Like, people just got to drop this left-right party politic. Let's categorize every subgenre of type of person that you are, and let's just get real. Let's just talk like human beings. That doesn't happen nearly enough in society today. Like, we're talking about a virus, people. Let's figure out how to shut it down, and let's stop worrying about red or blue, or, like left or right. Let's just talk about this in a freaking adult civil fashion. Doesn't happen anymore, apparently, because all we see is talking heads. There was a woman on Fox News that said, don't worry, everything's contained. And I'm thinking to myself, like, really? Everything's contained? This is why nobody can trust the news anymore. Anyway, on to the next story. Let's get, like, I'm going nuts here. I'm going absolutely crazy. You're chilling. 3.1's chilling while his son's at school. My son's at school too. I don't know about you, 3.1, but are you worried about your kid going to school right now with, like, I know after I went last week and I saw all the kids just packed in like sardines, dude, I got a little bit worried. Like, I'm worried, man. I'm worried. Actually, Christy is now working from home. My daughter's going to be coming home here because her college shut down. And Devin is the only one I'm worried about. He's like the risk to bring back home contaminants. Thanks, Max. Thanks, you, dude. J-Dub says, be back in a bit. Got to run back to the office. Ooh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry for you. This is why I need to get my next goal on Patreon so I can do this for a living. I really want to do this for a living. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, all I can do is set up a schedule and stream for you guys. So if you guys really want this, like Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and you're digging these, go ahead to the Patreon page, put a pledge in. You also have the ability to win giveaways and like lots of exclusive content. I'm going to be doing another podcast shortly. I'm going to try and get Seer on, or I'm probably going to get Erad, and I'm going to talk to them about our favorite game, Star Citizen. Cash says schools are the greatest places for transfer. Absolutely, dude. Schools are the greatest places for transfer. I get worried about this because, like, I think to myself, like, man, it's just a breeding ground for something bad to happen. So bad. All those kids packed together. Dude, I'm not even kidding you, man. It was crazy. I'm walking around his school last week because Devin was getting in trouble again, but it's okay. He's trying hard. He's trying real hard, this boy. I give him lots of props, man. He's having a little hard time in school, but this boy is trying, and, I'm really proud of him. But, like, woof. When I was in school for that meeting last week, there were so many kids jam-packed together. There's no coordination over there. Shame on you, principal. Get a plan going, like ridiculous. And usually his school's the last to shut down with anything. Scares the crap out of me, man. Firefighter agreeing with Cash. Cash says, see the vid of the dad spraying his son with disinfectant before school? Okay, that's going overboard. Do not spray your son with disinfectant. It's getting a little overboard. I'm more worried about this because my mother, you guys who've been really tight with me and been here for over a year know the shit that I went through last year. From January to all the way to May of 2019, I literally didn't post any content because my mother was in the hospital trying to survive, like fighting for her life. And so she's got some chronic health issues. So shit, I got to be really careful. My mom gets any of that little bit of that corona, then I gotta worry. Then I gotta seriously worry. It's been a hard time ever since, man. It's been a hard time every day. I don't talk about that enough with you guys because honestly, it's downer. But like, living day by day, trying to get moms up to par, sometimes a little difficult, but she's doing great. She's doing really good. I'm really proud of her. She's so damn strong. That's why I have these alerts when people subscribe that mom gets up there, she's twirling knives and stuff, because I absolutely love her. And I'm telling you, I'm a big mama's boy. I'm not ashamed of it, man. I love my mom. My mom's done lots for me, man. My mom's done lots for me. 3.1 says, my son was off school for the whole of last week because of the cold. I'm not worried about my immune system. I get out once a year, if that. Yeah, I mean, like, the other thing too is there's no testing being done in the States. Where are these testing kits? Doctors are complaining they don't have testing kits. Like, come on. Like, at least have testing kits, for God's sake. If Korea can put their shit together and figure this out, why can't America? What are we, a third world country all of a sudden? Korea's doing it better than the States right now. What the hell's going on? It's ridiculous. Let's see what else we got. Invisible says you should be disinfecting him after school. Wow. So Cash is saying there is somebody who's literally spraying disinfectant on their kid. No. On the Stern Show, I listened to actual product that you could put on your hands that was like this super shield, like an X-Man type shield that you could put on your hands that lasted 6 hours. So I'm going to investigate into that, man. Devin, I love Devin, but man, Devin's got no sense when it comes to germs at all, dude. Like, I get worried this boy comes home dirty, dude. I'm like, dude, take off your shoes, go downstairs, take off your clothes, wash your hands, and then I'm decontaminating my son every time he comes home from school, man. I get really worried about him, for real. Center for Disease Control, Daniel says, ask the CDC. What the one really messed up thing about the CDC is the funding that got cut from the CDC, Daniel. The funding that Trump took away was somewhere around like $2 billion or something of that nature. And then they just ended up having to put it back anyway. But we have to be proactive, because CDC in the movies are those people that know what to do, how to contain the situation. The WHO, the World Health Organization, doesn't do a lot of that. The CDC does. When you watched Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman and Morgan Freeman. I think that was the CDC. I'm pretty sure they were like, boom, boom, contain. Could you imagine if this was like Ebola or something, man? Like, thank God this isn't even more dangerous right now, because it would be really scary. But I think this is a little bit more serious than people are saying that it is. Just because, hey, this could be like a virus, viruses stay with you forever, and they can express themselves multiple times. Like, look at STD, look at herp derp. That comes back all the time, man. Who's to say this viruses are going to come back 3 or 4 months later for the people that are infected, and then all of a sudden we notice like some type of weird ass zombie apocalypse? Okay, that's going too far. That sounds like the dad that's spraying disinfectant on the kid that Cash is talking about. My apologies. What we have to, like, there has to be less finger pointing and more leadership. Like, somebody just needs to step up and give us the illusion that they know what is going on. Because that's all it was. It's a virus. It's going to run rampant. There's no real way to control it now that now that it's out of Pandora's box. Pandora's box has been opened. It's out. It's out there. It's going to spread. There's no way to contain this now. It's out there. So, like, to think that we're going to somehow contain this and stop this is ridiculous at this point. It's going to spread. It's going to go everywhere. We're going to have to deal with this new reality. It's crazy. It feels like something out of a movie, but it's just the way that things are now. So, because they were this way, at least the leadership can stand up and give us some type of freaking illusion that they know what they're doing. Fake us out professionally, government. This guy says gloves and masks are worthless and will not stop it. Yeah, I mean, if you're touching your face with a glove, you're going to get it. Absolutely, Sky. I think I'm done. I'm done talking about the coronavirus. I want to talk a little bit about our favorite game, Star Citizen, but I'm going to do it through a update that I saw here that was really interesting of EVE Online, which they just had an update, and they are introducing more random wormholes. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I think it's an excellent exploration mechanic for Star Citizen. I really think that Star Citizen needs to employ more like we're calling them jump points, or we're actually calling them wormholes, discovering them in Star Citizen as well. Jump points are after a stabilized wormhole becomes a trade route, then they put a ring around it, it becomes a jump point. That's what it is in Star Citizen, at least according to the lore. But I think it would be really interesting if they added a lot of wormholes in Star Citizen, even though like the total amount of systems are nowhere near the amount of systems that EVE are going to have. But I think it's cool that they actually employ similar mechanics that EVE has. They do in Star Citizen, because it'll cut trade routes, it'll make things shorter, it'll make those people that are looking for these types of things that are explorers more valuable. I really like that fact, because that makes exploring a much more valid profession. I do like the fact that EVE took the time, or CCP took the time, to actually change the mechanics of the wormholes. There used to be in EVE, what people would do is they would call it rolling, and when the jump point got found by an explorer in EVE, what would end up happening is a lot of corporations would tactically go in and out of these wormholes and destabilize them, and they'd shut down. And so, like, you had some assets in a system that you didn't want to get touched, you would roll these wormholes out of existence, and they got rid of that. So there's a lot of people in EVE right now that are a bit upset. They're like, wait a second, why? And, the reason why is because they want to get rid of that. They want to make it more random, and I applaud them for that. CCP's been doing a lot with EVE, man. Lately I've been I got this EVE itch, and I'm trying to because I lived on that game for so long. But Star Citizen, I think the more wormholes that they can put in, and this is down the road, obviously we're still waiting on Pyro, we're still waiting on new systems to pop up to explore, which, let's get Pyro out this year, guys. Cloud Imperium, let's get Pyro out this year. To me, I think that if you're going to show it at the Citizen Con, don't make this a sandworm event. If you're going to show this at CitizenCon last year in 2019 and you're going to show Pyro, then we got to go all the way and we got to put it in 2020. Put Pyro in 2020, please, Cloud Imperium. If you're listening, do it. It just makes sense. You know, kudos for the Carrack. Kudos for the extra work put in for the Carrack. We saw the Carrack fly in, which is an amazing ship. I got a video on the channel. You want to talk about how to man this ship? I talked with J-Dubs, who is just on stream with us, who is in the Navy, and he did a wonderful breakdown. He had a wonderful report on how he would man the Carrack, and I think it's a wonderful introspective on how to run the ship if you own one. If you are a Carrack owner, I would highly recommend going to my channel and checking that video out. But Pyro has to be included this year in my mind, in order for, you know, so it's not another sandworm event. Do not give fodder to people who are literally trying to bust this dream apart. Because if Pyro doesn't come out in 2020, you're going to see a lot of people get on that bandwagon, and you're going to see people go, oh, look, it's another sandworm kind of event. I don't want that to happen. Here's some people upset that that CCP changed the wormhole mechanics. There's literally whole corporations and alliances geared for living in wormhole space, which they call J space. And I think it actually hooks up to the Jovians, which is this crazy high-tech alien race that only makes appearances like once every 3 or 4 years, and they insert it into their lore. But I really want this to be employed once the game comes out finished. I want a lot of wormholes for those people that are interested in exploration, because I want people who are interested in exploration to have a means to make tons of credits. Speaking of which, where is this video at? Let's see here. Let's talk about this real quick. And then I'm going to show you some mining experience I had with my mole. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. Some more Star Citizen comment. What's up, Geek? What's up, Damon? Welcome to the stream, guys. Good to see you guys. This coffee, man. Devin got me this high-tech. Look at this thing. Look at this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's just zoom in here. See if we can get serious on this here real quick here. Let's just zoom in on this very high-tech mug. Look at this. Would you look at that? Look at this. There's buttons all over. You plug this thing in. Would you look at the quality and craftsmanship? This is a serious coffee mug here. Check this out. Unbelievable. What's up, Anarchy Burger? Welcome to the stream. My son, he's awesome. Like the most high-tech coffee mug that I have ever seen. I could actually get electrocuted from this if I plugged it in. I'm into that though. All right, so let's get into this story. This is also very interesting for me. It made me think about Star Citizen as well. And this is about EVE Online, and this is one of the reasons I don't like games that like where you buy something to level up your character, or that you have to go through this grind to level up your character. I don't like games like that anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like games like that anymore. Like, that's too old school. That's like 1995 for me. I do not like games that you have to grind and oh, I'm level 5. Oh, I'm level 60. Oh, you know, like, I don't like that anymore. I don't like games like EVE, like where you buy a book. I never liked that, where you buy a skill book and you click and forget it, and 3 days later or 3 weeks later, you're able to have new PvP skills, and you have an advantage over somebody that doesn't. I mean, you've got some characters in EVE that are damn near 10 years old and have hundreds of millions of skill points. There's no way you're going up against this dude and you're gonna beat that dude. There's no way. You know, the amount of people that are selling characters that have hundreds of millions of skill points, man, those characters on eBay go for tonnage of cash, man. And that's why I don't like it. And that's why I really like Star Citizen, because you have to know how to fly what it is that you're into, your profession. Now, here we see me flying the mole, which is free this month, and I'm having a good time at it. it's one of my first times I've really gotten in a mole and really experienced it. I saw a couple things that I wasn't happy with. Now, there's a couple things I want to talk about right now. Okay, number one, if you're going to bring out I love that this is a multi-crew vessel. I love the fact that you can actually go out with other people and make this an experience. Good job on that. I'm seeing much more multi-crew in Star Citizen right now, and I'm digging that, because it brings about player-to-player experiences. I love the player-to-player experiences out there. It's much more exciting gameplay for me than going after NPC missions all the time. The thing is if you want mining to be a profession and you want more game loops in the game, you should have more miners out here mining. And the only way you're going to do that is to make mining have a premium price. Right now, if you mine your ass off for an hour, I think the best you can do is around 40,000. Now, this is a guesstimate, okay? I've mined a few times with this mole, much more cargo space than the Prospector. But when it comes down to it, you're putting in a lot of work. To mine actually takes some time. I like that it isn't just like point, click, and forget. There's a little bit more to it than that. I dig that about mining. And, I want that to be a little bit more complicated in regards to what we were talking about earlier with skills and how you can buy books and, like in other games where you have to grind to get level 60. You don't have that in Star Citizen, and that's what I love. Like, you literally have to do this a lot in order to be good at it, just like real life. I dig the realism when it comes to that. Also, you have to know your ship. You have to know the parts and pieces. You have to know what you're going after. You have to know the resources. But in order for people to go out here and want to mine, you have to make it just as timely and important and valuable as trading. There's a lot of trading right now. Everybody's trading. Good morning, Ash. Welcome to the stream, dude. And people are trading because AUEC per hour is at an elevated level. Trading pays the most right now. So people with large trading ships that have like a Caterpillar, those types of people are making serious amounts of cash. So what's the incentive to mine, right? This is why I think that in Star Citizen, there should be a separation between ore and minerals. For instance, you're mining, you mine the ore, you break down the ore, and perhaps the ore should pay a little bit more than what the minerals pay out so that people have more of an incentive to mine for the ore. Now, for instance, there are a couple elements like copper that I'm not seeing being traded as a commodity, and copper tends to have a little bit higher of a premium in certain areas. So perhaps that's SIG's way of combating it. But I want this to pay a lot, because the other thing that you think about is this. When you're mining in a mole, you got two other people. You can mine in a mole efficiently with two people, by the way. To have three, you got to remember, you're cutting it three ways, or however you decide to do it on your crew. You can split this up in percentages and say, I'm the captain of the ship. I get 40%. You guys are getting X amount, you get 30% and you get 30%. You could do it that way, or you can just have an equal share three ways. You can crew up to 5, I believe, on the mole. But I wouldn't do it, because then you're getting paid even less. And that's what I'm saying. In order for mining to be serious, you have to put a premium on mining for people to go out there. So when people are saying, like, I need more game loops, I need more fruity game loops, game loops in regards to player interaction is people actually going out here and mining to the point where you see a lot of miners in the field. There's a lot of miners in the field because, oh, hey, there is a premium on the ore that it mines. There needs to be some type of value increase to mining, because if you're in a multi-crew ship, you're already going to be splitting this up. So this has to be something that needs to be thought about, because if you're seeing a lot more miners out there, then you're going to see a lot more action where people are going to go after miners. Then you're going to see a response from the miners where they're like, okay, I need to hire security. And then all of a sudden you have a very dynamic space. You have a very dynamic space where you have multiple miners with their own security around. They're paying security to keep away the pirates. The pirates are coming in to try and do something. All of a sudden, you have a lot of action going around, and it is much more fun of an experience. Much more fun. These mechanics need to be thought about by Cloud Imperium. Right now, people aren't taking the time to do this because they can make the money trading and it's less hassle. You know, to find the right materials, to mine it correctly, to get the most materials out of every roid takes a lot of time. Now, yesterday I'm out in this asteroid field, I'm fracturing these roids up, and after I fracture them, boom, things start falling apart and then disappear. Well, that needs to be fixed. I mean, that needs to be fixed as well. So this is the thing I'm talking about with Cloud Imperium. Thanks. All right says, nice gameplay loop you invented there. Thank you. All right. And that's the thing that I'm trying to tell Cloud Imperium is sometimes it's as easy as that to create those game loops. And, you know, you only need to tweak something a little bit rather than go through the work to create all of these very timely missions, these NPC missions, the Idris mission that's going to come out that took God only knows how much manpower, how many man hours to create this Idris mission versus something as simple as this. This is the thing I want Cloud Imperium to understand, and I think that there's plenty of people there that are smarter than I am. Tony Z, one of those people that I think understands this, but it's got to fit into the economy, and the pricing has to make sense according to supply and demand mechanics as well. So it's not just as easy as I'm saying. There's a lot of maths involved as well, so that they can flush this out and make this part of the game. Now, needless to say, I like to mine. I know a lot of people are like, this is insane, but I liked the industry aspect of the game. I had a wonderful time with this, by the way. And I don't know if we got any other. Here I am mining. You can see this is way too large a rock. I should not have spent the amount of time that I did on it. But what you're going to find here is once I break this thing, here we go. Okay, so you see the bars in the green right now. And you got to keep it there, and then you can see that the fracturing sensor's moving itself up to 100% once it does. And I love the graphics too, like as you mine this thing, like the whole rock starts heating up. You see the veins in it, and it breaks apart like that. Very, very cool. But watch what happens here. Like after I break this thing apart, the pieces disappear. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and I think this is just a bug in 3.8.2. It didn't happen this way on planets, but eventually what ends up happening are, hold on, let's see here if we can go to the, it doesn't show it obviously. Oh, that's great. But take my word for it, these things eventually just disappeared. And that's just not cool. You know, like if you take the amount of time to mine this stuff, it should actually stay there. So something that I would probably tell people to fix, and also the price as well. That needs to be brought up just a little bit. You need to mine on Daymar or Yela, much better yields and potential. And here's another thing that I'll bring up, because I'm All Right says right now, he's saying DG, you need to mine on Daymar and Yela. So you see what's happening here is that the demand is to go to Daymar and Yela because the price points are better on planets or moons than they are out in asteroid fields. Okay, so where's it going to be easier to find miners? On a planet or a moon or in an asteroid field, right? Well, I think common sense tells me that in an asteroid field would be an easier place to find people. If you are a pirate, you go to an asteroid field, put the value in the asteroid fields, and then the miners will go to the asteroid fields. They're easily scanned and found, and pirates will start to go after them. You're going to have miners go, oh God, well, I can't, blah, blah, blah. But then you're going to have smart miners that are going to say, okay, now I need to hire security. Now you're going to have miners and security out in roid fields and pirates. And all of a sudden, when you're logging in as a new player and you're going to a station that has a roid field around it, you're outside, you're seeing explosions, you're seeing game loops. As far as planets are concerned with mining, I think caves need to be more lucrative as well. You go through 2 hours in a cave, and what do you get from it? I mean, you can get lost in a cave so easily. And by the way, excellent content. Those caves can give you hours and hours and hours of content. So good job on that. But we need to upgrade the value of what you're getting, like the Hadanite and the different types of minerals in the caves. When you're FPM, which was coined here, by the way, first person mining, when you're doing the FPM mode, that those values needed increased as well. So that so that the 2 or 3 hours you get lost in a cave actually means something when you come out, because otherwise you're just going to have people trading all the goddamn time. Everybody's going to be a trader. Why would you want to mine if there's no value attached to it? If I can fly from system to system, point A to B, which by the way is the most boring fucking thing in the world. Let's be frank about this. I mean, it's great to make money. It's great to be a space trucker if that's your gig. But like after a while, like, it just gets mind-numbing. That's my own advice. That's all I'm saying. I would like to do something that's a little bit more active, that makes much more money than trading right now, which there should be a premium to doing these tasks, to going in a cave, to mining in a cave. It's dangerous. People are coming after you. They're raiding the cave. They're blocking it off. Oh shit, I'm trapped in a cave. These types of things. I'm out in a roid field. I got like security around me. Pirates are flying around. Boom, 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 explosions. There should be somewhat of a premium to these things over just the trading. Because if you're just trading back and forth and you're space trucking and it's the safest thing to do, that's all anybody is ever going to do. You have a whole industry here. You have a mining industry here being completely untouched because people can go ahead and safely trade A to B. And by the way, the trading from planet to planet should be a little bit more difficult as well. There should be a lot more roadblocks in your way. I think you're going to see that in systems like Pyro. I think there should be a premium attached to trading in systems that are unlawful. I think that Tony Z is going to implement that. I think it's smart. And in fact, I've read opinions and articles that say, in fact, that agree with me as well, from Cloud Imperium developers that say that they're going to add, elements of danger with just standard trading in those unlawful systems as well. Minor security roids and pirates. I'm sensing a theme here, says Bosun. Caves need food dispensers, says Cash. Need to be able to camp inside caves. Yeah, there should be some ability where you can actually set some type of base to a cave. That would be awesome. All right. That would be cool. What if you could trade miners? No, I don't think that would work, Damon. I don't know where you're going. I think Damon smoked a little too much weed today. All right, says agree. Running cargo right now is pretty big, is pretty bring unless somebody ganks you. When pirate gameplay and security gameplay is in, it will be more interesting. Yes, or space storms. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and trading. Oh, running cargo right now is pretty boring, says all right. Yeah, I mean, it's cool in the fact that you're getting paid tons of cash. But other than that, it's like, after a while, it gets a little numb. You kind of get a little numb to everything. But the one thing that I do like bringing it back in to the whole reason I started talking about this was I love the fact that you have to be a professional in your trade. Whatever your trade is, whether you're a miner, a trader, a security member, a pirate, whatever it is, you don't have to buy a book like you do in EVE. You don't have to grind to level 30, 40, whatever it is, to have an advantage over somebody. It's just your own skill. It's your own knowledge of your ship. It's how you play the game. And that is a quality that I love about Star Citizen. I love the fact that this game literally comes down to what you know about your components, your ship, the area, and your profession, and how you are a professional. I love that. Keep it up, Cloud Imperium. That's good game mechanics right there. I love it. Woo! I need to take a breath. Oh, yeah, we talked about coronavirus, Damon. Daniel says mining is too restrictive. Not everyone has a mining ship as they are expensive. Cash says give Nautilus. The Nautilus is going to bring about such cool gameplay. I think that what we need to see is easier game mechanics in terms of how you snare people with the quantum entanglement devices that you see with the Mantis, and Also that you'll see items that you can put on ships that will do the same. Will be able to quantum entangle other ships, like a web that catches people out of quantum. I think what you need to see is easier game mechanics in that sense, and easier sensor tracking, so that this is a valid game mechanic. And then you will see much more danger in terms of those that are trying to trade. Now you'll see an outcry of traders go apeshit bananas, say, "Oh no, I can get caught too easy." Well, maybe you should have some security with you. And that's the whole game loop argument. If you want those game loops, these are the things you have to insert. Danger. It is a space game. Danger, Will Robinson. You have to insert the danger. And, you're going to have people who are, I want my gameplay completely safe. I just don't want anybody touching my butt. Also, don't drink Corona beer. That is also dangerous. No. I feel so bad for Corona. Could you imagine being a beer named Corona and then a virus comes out named Corona? That's like in the 80s. There was this thing called AIDS, not the disease. It was a product called AIDS, and then AIDS hit, and it was like, there goes that company. It happened once before in the 80s. By the way, I just saw an article that said that there was the second person who's been cured from AIDS. That's crazy. DG, are you gonna bring the danger in SC? Yes, dude. I actually am. I've got a whole series that's gonna be dedicated to that, but I need to spend a lot more game time and gameplay with it. I've been playing a lot of Star Citizen lately, a lot, but I'm no professional yet. When it comes to like fitting a ship, when it comes to exactly how to make my ship as best as it can be, I'm no professional yet. And before I start putting out a series, I want to make sure I'm a professional. That's just how I go about things. I need more time. And that brings me to my next point. Like, in order for me to develop this schedule and like have constant content Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and have streams for 3 days out of the week, I need some money in order to do this. And, like lately, I've been very low on cash, which is why the content hasn't been as crazy as late, but I'm still trying to do it for you guys. And that's why I put up my next goal on Patreon as like, hey, if you guys want more steady content and a schedule, then I need to at least hit the $400 level on Patreon so that I can justify taking time out of my real life to do more of this and to give you guys the constant schedule that you guys deserve. So, and I want to focus on space games as a genre. I've always loved space games. This comes down to like Star Citizen, Eve, Elite Dangerous, these types of games. Also, I'm into first-person shooters, and I really just want to get deep into more Star Citizen gameplay. But in order for me to do that, I really need the support from the community. Sometimes it's difficult because I really want to be much farther ahead than I already am. And in order to do that, I need money. And I hate to say that because it makes me sound like a greedy son of a bitch. But unfortunately, that's the way the world works. I mean, now with Zoe coming home, I'm going to have to. And I love that she's coming home, by the way. Zoe, I love her. She's awesome. So there'll be more content. I'm going to try and get Zoe on a podcast. I definitely want to get Zoe into a podcast. What's up, Daryl? How you doing, dude? Good to see you on stream. Ash, also good to see you. By the way, super shout out to my VIPs, those that support the channel financially. I want to tell you guys thank you. I know you know who you are. Some of you guys got your badges in here because you push join. Others of you are patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you guys. It really helps out. Last month, with all your help, I was able to buy a big old dose of groceries for the family. And I really appreciate that. I think we would have been eating peanut butter sandwiches if it wasn't for you guys last month. So thanks so much. Plenty of orgs out there that are running in-game activities weekly. Yes. Yeah, there's plenty of people out there. In fact, if I have the time, which I hope I do, to stream later on Twitch, I want to get you guys involved with this mole. And I want to go out and I want to show you a little bit about mining and, see what we can make from it. And that's the other thing too. Wallet to wallet transactions need to happen now. Make the wallet to wallet transactions happen now, Cloud Imperium. Jesus H on a pogo stick. Just make it happen already. I mean, there's more way to insert game loops. Give us the content by putting little things in there. All they got to do is tweak the account app. And I don't think that's a big deal. You know, that's all they got to do. And I don't understand why they don't take the time to do something like that. It just makes sense. Wallet to wallet transactions is where it's at. That's what needs to happen in Star Citizen. Absolutely. When we get that, oh my goodness. Speaking of wallet to wallet transactions, thank you so much, dude. Derelict, dude. Thank you, man. He says, hey, there you go, you sexy beast. Thanks, dude. Oh, and J-Dubs also. Oh my God, we got some wallet to wallet transactions happening. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys like the DG in the morning. Like, I know I know with the DG in the morning series that I'm doing here, I really want to do it twice a week. But in order to do that, we got to hit that next goal. You guys doing this helps very much. Thank you, guys. I can't tell you how much that means to me. That's super support. Thank you so much. J-Dubs, my goodness. J-Dubs so much throwing down for this community. We're giving away a free Cutlass Red, by the way, for our VIP members. So, you know, all you have to do is just ask me how you get involved in that, and I'll let you know. All you got to do is just either be a patron or join, push the join button, and you get involved in all of our giveaways automatically. We have 2 every month thanks to our community. We hit that goal. That's awesome. But thank you so much, Derelict. That's a lot of cash, dude, throwing down that $14.99. I always love it when people do the 99. It feels like Price is Right. When I see the 99s or the 01s, I love those donations. Those donations are my favorite because I literally feel like I'm on Price is Right. Derelict puts in $14.99. Ding! Like, I feel like something should turn around. Cash says morning series is good. Keep it loose. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, I talk about different types of things that we talk about in our Discord. If you guys aren't in our Discord, you definitely want to join it. Like, I love our Discord. Our Discord is how many members now? Let's look at it. And super shout out to my friend Jiro, who helps me run this as well. He's always keeping me posted on what's going on. I really appreciate him for that. But it looks like we have 708 members. Wow. Woo, 708 members in our Discord. That's pretty cool. We're getting towards the 1,000 mark in our Discord. That's pretty awesome. Also, if you guys want to see news articles or things that interest you, whether they're in the gaming world or real life, I have a section that's entitled News for DG, and you will see me talk about a lot of these things. In fact, we're going to talk about this in a little bit that Invisible put in there. I've talked about this, and Invisible's on point with the information. Snowfox does nice. Fetson puts a lot of stuff in here as well. But Invisible has been just putting down serious amounts of articles here. So I want to thank Invisible for that. And please, guys, the more in here, the better the content gets. It helps me out. It takes about an hour of research away, and it helps me out for the streams. And Invisible. Thanks for getting me banned for that. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. All right. So, what is the next story? Let's see here. No. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's for last. Hold on. I gotta say that. Sorry, that's not professional, but I wanted to talk about that last. Yes. Okay. So this is what I wanted to talk about next. Let me get this one off of here. How many people are looking forward to Doom 2? I grew up in 90s with 90 PC games. I actually grew up in the 80s, but when it came to PC games and PC gaming, the 90s, dude. And in the 90s when Doom dropped, I was like, wow, what just happened? It was one of the very first-person shooter games I ever played. It might be the first. No, Castle Wolfenstein was the first. Castle Wolfenstein was the first-person shooter game. By the way, Castle Wolfenstein was awesome. awesome. And then Doom hit. And when Doom hit, holy moly, that was one of the best feelings I ever had. What? Max? Thank you, dude. Max says now you can Max put a note on his donation. 2001. Max Power puts down 2001. It's totally Price is Right, dude. Max says now you can buy toilet paper if the idiots stop buying it all. Yes, one roll of toilet paper is now $20. Thank you, Max. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. What's up, Diva? I'm more into trading commodities and favors, so I give you animations instead. We'll be getting Bannerlord instead, getting it for both me and the missus, but we'll get Doom probably by Xmas. Oh yeah, Bannerlord. Yeah. I should talk about a little bit about that too, Invisible. Good taste, dude. But anyway, thank you, Santa Claus, a new member joining us, getting that VIP status. I saw an article that they might be getting rid of that from, oh God, what's his name with the beard? Yeah, you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about. I can't think of his name. Anyway, I saw an article that they might be getting rid of that with new laws worse than COPPA. But don't worry about that. Don't worry. I don't think that's going to pass. I don't think that's going to. Thank you, Santa. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Longtime supporter. Santa's been with me for a long time. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. You guys are throwing down some serious support on this stream. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are digging this. I have a good time with you guys. Okay, so Doom Eternal. Now, I'm looking forward to this because Doom back in the day, dudes, Doom back in the day, forget about it. Doom back in the day, oh my God, every day Doom back in the day. I had such a good time. Like, I couldn't believe how addicted to that game I was. And then the last Doom that had come out over 4 years ago, I still play. And then when I saw this come out at first, I didn't know what to think. The initial footage that I'd seen, I didn't like. And I was like, oh no, they're going to ruin Doom Eternal. But I really didn't deep down believe it because the guy who's involved with this from id is into gaming and listens to his community. He always has. And then I was like, oh man, but I want to see more content. And then Christy's son Brennan said, hey, did you see the Doom trailer that dropped? The Doom Eternal trailer. And this was about a month or so ago when this dropped. And so this is a bit of old news, but I wanted to watch it with you guys who haven't seen it yet. And I was like, okay, I have faith once again in Doom, and I'm very happy to see it. So I want to watch the trailer with you guys. And I'm very excited for this title, and I'm wondering if it's something that I should play on stream. It's a little bit, off the beaten path of the Star Citizen. And I know sometimes as a streamer, people come to me because they want to hear Star Citizen. And I like to focus on Star Citizen, but I also like to keep some variety, in the mix. And I think Doom isn't that far off the beaten path. I mean, I don't know. It is. But let's watch.
It's humanity's chance to repent.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure.
There's a rhythm and a feel to Doom. It's this thrum that you hear in your ears when you play Doom, and you start off every real good Doom title that's been released. It starts off real slow. You never start on normal. You always put a little difficulty into it. That's the rule. You always have to put a little difficulty into Doom. And as you play it, the thrumming gets louder in your head, and you get into this like frenzy, and you just start it gets faster and faster. It just hits your face, hits your eyeball, and you're like, ah, and by the end of it, you're just drained. Love
All
to.
the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them. Only you.
Yeah.
Saving your people will not bring you peace. Only make the burden you carry.
Oh yeah.
For millennia we have.
It's got that. It's feeling so good. It's got that serious, like, demonic vibe feel. The music's always tight. I'm just digging it.
Made others sacrifice in the name of our prosperity. Who are you, a human, to defy our traditions?
It got super sci-fi tech mode with demons. Are you kidding me? And that girl's giving you a challenge like that, and you're a human being? Get out of my face. Boom, boom. Get my BFG. Up in your guts, man. Up in your guts. Up in your guts. Take it. Take it in your gut. Where's that bitch at? I'm coming after you, bitch. That's right. Faster, faster, faster. Woo! Guts, guts, guts.
Quickly, there are those who would seek to stop.
Oh, wait a second. You're getting super sci-fi on me? You're getting some light blades up on this shit? No, I don't think so. Get out of my face.
But a usurper.
Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Well, that got a little serious. That axe was a little bit scary, though.
False idol.
All right, that's a little bit scary. Oh, you're gonna give me a super heroic, high-tech, demonic, ruined sword? Saber? Yes, please. In your eye! Up your neck! Shoot you in the eye! God, yeah! Take it! On your knees! In your gut! Cut your freaking stomach apart! That's what I'm talking about. You understand? That's what Doom's about. Right there! That's everything Doom's about right there. Sorry, I've got people. I'm yelling like crazy. My neighbors are probably like, what's going on? That's what I'm talking about. Bring back that initial Doom feel. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. Do you understand, people? That's how you make a game. That's what you do. God bless you. God bless you, Ed. That's how you do it right. That's how you do it right. They've got the formula down. They've had the formula down since 95. Sometimes they screw it up. Every once in a while, they'll screw it up. But that's how you do it. That's what you do right there. You keep up that momentum. You keep up that crazy pace. You make it faster and faster and faster. More blood, more guts, more gore. Yes. That's how you make a game, people. That's what you do. That's what you do. Man, I'm getting, yeah, I'm going to have to buy this, I think. I'm going to have to buy this. I'm going to appropriate some of the funds today, and we're going to put it towards this. I'm really looking forward to this. Christy's like, what are you doing? She's got to go down to Columbus to visit her, I think, her stepbrother. And I was like, I might be busy that weekend. So I don't know. Christy might drag me by the nostril hairs. So I might not be able to like initially release this. And if I'm not, shame on you, Christy. Shame on you, my girlfriend. Shame on you if I'm not able to do this. Whew. It's so funny is everything gets intense like a surge of people come in. So I'm screaming and like a surge of people come in, and then like everything calms down and like it's the ebb and flow. It's the ebb and flow. It'll happen again. Don't worry. If you're wondering and you're new to the stream, this happens all the time. It happens all the time. So really looking forward to Doom. And lastly, let's talk about what I saw. Where's it at? Where's the article? Okay. And then we'll go over to Twitch and we'll play some games in a little bit. Hopefully. Well, I'll keep you posted in the Discord. But this is our last story here. And everybody knows what happened to me last month. If you don't, you just haven't been watching me long enough. I got banned from Twitch for quite a while for talking about booby streamers. God forbid I talk about booby streamers and how easy it is for these thought girls to make their cash by tons and tons and tons of people that we're calling simps. What is a simp? Well, let's see. Let's get the definition of a simp. What is a simp? Just for those people that aren't aware of the terminology, I can barely keep up anymore. A simp is a simple person lacking common sense, a fool or simpleton, a man who foolishly overvalues a woman and puts her on a pedestal. AKA those little boys that fap all day and shoot cash over to these girls. And these girls have gotten to the point where they literally feel like they're like, God's gift to men. And, they're like, of course, you just need to keep giving me cash, silly boys. And this is what it's become. And I talked about this on Twitch and got banned. And this is where I give credit to YouTube, because I could talk about this on YouTube and not really have to worry about it. I might get demonetized, but I won't get thrown off the platform because they actually do have a modicum of free speech on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. These are the biggest earners on Twitch right now. These thoughts. What's a thought? Oh, thank you, Killian. Thank you, dude. For those that aren't familiar with the vernacular, let's see what a thought is. I'll have to type it in. I think what is a THOT? A thought. A thought is a woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationships. And that's what we're calling these women. We're calling them thoughts. And it was funny to me as I investigated this to see that there are plenty of people out there that will just continually just hoard over their life savings to these thoughts. It's sad. It is so easy to be a thought on Twitch right now. They do nothing but show their cleavage, and that's how they make their cash. And I said the same on Twitch, and Twitch banned me for it. They banned me for talking about thoughts. Because why? It's their biggest revenue earner. And they banned me for talking about it. So we're going back triumphantly, hopefully today. If not, definitely tomorrow. It's getting a little later in the day. But I wanted to get this out of the way. And when we go to Twitch, I will announce it. And we will have a triumphant return on Twitch. And hopefully Twitch will understand the error of their ways. They won't, though. They'll continue to support these thoughts because the thoughts are what makes them cash. And it is such a sad state, the things that are going over there. And then I had to laugh because a simp, which we found out was somebody who literally is somebody who throws money to these thoughts, to these women. There was a guy on here named Simp. Now, apparently, he's a pro COD player, Call of Duty player, and his hashtag, his moniker is actually Simp. And PewDiePie did a video and said it's a sad state of affairs when guys are willingly calling themselves Simp. Now, this guy unfortunately had some bad luck. This professional COD player, who's pretty decent, won an award, and they were like, we would like to give this award to Simp. And everybody was like, what? Are you crazy? Well, Simp is a new terminology just developed within the past 2 years. And this guy named Simp actually had his name, his handle down way before this became the vernacular. So I feel really bad for this guy. But please, dude, why aren't you changing your name, man? Like, why aren't you changing your name right now? So anyhow, here's the video I did if you guys are curious about how I got banned from Twitch on the channel. And I'm still kind of salty about it. I'm still pretty upset. I'm actually pretty upset about it because here's a day and age where you can't really talk about it, but you can do it. Like, these girls, they can show their cleavage. They can wear their short shorts. It's fine. They have no problem dressing like this. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at this girl. Like, really? I mean, okay, she wants to do that. Don't do it on the Twitch platform. I mean, this is one step away from cam girls. These girls are literally cam girls, and they're making easy money hand over fist, while guys have to do everything. Laser focused aim, great at the games they play, super hilarious entertainment, which is me, by the way. So it's not that difficult for me, but it must be hard for other people. It must be hard for other guys just trying to make it in this world of streaming. It's gotta be difficult. Me, not so much. But I'm telling you, it isn't something that should be like it's not something that should be endorsed. Twitch endorses us. They put a stamp on it and they mail it out to everybody and say, hey, look at this girl. Look at this girl. They push these girls out to everybody because they're making them the most money. And it's literally a form of proselytization. Like it is. It's what's happening on Twitch's platform right now. And I got banned for talking about it. Banned for talking about it. And these girls, they can keep doing what they do. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What's going on, Erad? So anyhow, guys, amazing support today on the show. Thank you for those pledges and the donations. Don't forget that we are having a giveaway that we'll be calling a winner very shortly on a Cutlass Red, given to us by J-Dubs in this community, an awesome member who's seriously been throwing down exclusive, large portions of help and finance to this channel. Like, he's putting down big donations. He's pledging a ship that's quite a bit of cash. He's doing so much this month, and I want to extend a personal thank you out to J-Dubs, who really is the all-star in the month of February going into March still. So thank you very much. And everybody else, thank you so much. Techno says, don't be salty. Take your shirt off and see what happens. It's time to unleash the moobs. Techno. It's time to unleash the Krakens. Yeah, man. Like, this is the sad state of the world today. You know, not only do we got to worry about Corona everywhere, but we also have to worry about just simple things like these that just drive me insane. These girls are worse than Corona. These girls are worse than Corona. Yeah, I'm going to get myself in booty shorts like Vital says. What's up, Vitals? I'm going to get myself in booty shorts like Vital says, and I'm going to show them moves. And then we got our hashtag Vag. It's funny because YouTube has this filter that almost blocks everything you guys say. It's really crazy. Like, I have no bot, but YouTube just automatically blocks anything that's like, you know, that they think might be offensive. And sometimes I have to go over there and I have to click show. But I still personally like the YouTube platform, at least on the, you know, and this is the crazy thing, because I literally thought Twitch was a little bit more lax before the ban that I had. I thought that you could actually do more on Twitch and say more on Twitch than YouTube in like in 2019. That's what I would have said. In 2019, I would have said, oh, Twitch is a much better platform because you can say whatever it is that you want to say. It's a little bit more loose when it comes to like music. You know, you can play tunes without having to worry about copyright and all this stuff. And now I've completely reversed and done a 180 because you can say a hell of a lot more on YouTube than you can on Twitch and not have to worry about it because they at least endorse some modicum of freedom of speech. At least a little bit. And that's why I love streaming on YouTube. I will not stop streaming on YouTube. I've had more support, more viewers on YouTube than anywhere else. And I guarantee you, if I have the time to put another stream out today, that I've had more viewers here than on Twitch. Now, on the morning shows, we don't get a ton. We usually get anywhere from 30 to 50 people. Today, I think the peak was right around 38 or 39 people. And that's awesome. Because on Twitch, we were only getting like 10, 20. Occasionally, we were getting 30. But like, I can just stream. I haven't streamed. I don't have a schedule. And I haven't streamed in over a week. I just randomly posted a stream today. And we had nearly 40 people here on stream. And that's the viewership that you get on YouTube. That's the ability to hit more people, to be viewed by more people. I think it's a much better platform than Twitch, a much better platform for being noticed than Twitch is. So I'm going to continue to stream on YouTube. I will not stop. And I really hope we hit that next goal so that I can put out a release schedule, because when we do hit that next goal on Patreon, I will do Tuesday mornings. I will do Tuesday mornings, DG in the morning. And that will be like 2-hour stream. I will do a Twitch stream on Wednesday. That will be a morning stream that will be gameplay on Twitch. And Thursday morning, I will do a DG in the morning. And then Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening, I will do an Inside Star Citizen review. So you will literally have 4 scheduled times that I will hit when I get to that point. I'm really looking forward to getting that next goal. Also, I'm really looking forward to putting out another podcast this month for our VIP members, because I want to take the time out and make exclusive content for our VIP members. And I really want to get Erad on again now that Erad's here. Hopefully I'll get with them this week or next, and we'll definitely have another podcast hitting. We're on our second episode, so this will be our third episode of the DG360 podcast. I hope you guys are really digging that. I want to get my daughter on a DG360 podcast. I want to get Christy on a DG360 podcast. I want to talk about so much and have a great time with you guys, giving you that exclusive content that you guys deserve. Thank you, Joe. Joe says, love the sweet content, DG. Thanks. You are welcome. It's nice to see that. I love to see that. Oh, by the way, I'm also collecting the worst comments that I've ever seen, and the folder is overloading. And I think I'm going to make a special video probably in a month or so once I've collected enough really terrible comments to actually put a video out so you guys can see what it is that I see. Erad last week sent me a direct message that was hilarious, and Erad sent me this message, and he's like, you know, Erad's starting to blow up a bit. He's getting bigger now, so he's starting to get the trolls and the hate, and that's just what happens when you get bigger. And Erad sent me this direct message, and Erad said, hey man, do you get like trolls that hit your stream? And I'm like, dude, all the time. Like this happens all the time. And so like I feel what Erad's feeling, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I think I'm going to name the series Jelly on My Toasties. I think that's what I'm going to call it. And it'll be a segment of me sharing the worst comments that I've ever received. I had a comment this is a while ago, that said the guy wished cancer on me and hoped that I would die. I had a recent comment that said, I hate the tone of your voice and your cadence. I can't stand watching you. And yet he's watched me on multiple videos. And he said basically the same thing. Uh-oh, I got a message here. Uh-oh, this is from Devin's teacher. Let's hope it's good. Okay, come on. Oh my God. Okay, so this is an update from the high school, and that what they said was, we have a health information update from the principals. Okay, so what's the update? Just continue to have these kids roam around the halls like cattle so they can spread coronavirus to one another. You know, like I said, my daughter actually got her college. They said, we're shutting it down. You're going to, like, the rest of your classes are going to be from your house. And Christy now is able to work from home every day. So the only health threat right now is Devin at this school with everybody walking around here. And I get worried when he comes home, and I'm like, oh God, I do not want to catch anything. Devin, please decontaminate yourself. He is the only unknown factor. Devin is the X factor. This is what I get worried about. This is what I'm worried about. But I love him. I love him. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for all the support. You guys are absolutely awesome. You know I love you. I'm going to try and get another stream out today. If I don't, do not worry. We were definitely going to have a stream for tomorrow. And I do look forward to the triumphant return to Twitch. But I'm out of juice, and I got some errands that I need to run. Thanks, everybody. Consider becoming a patron or clicking the join button. Do what you can do to help out this channel, and we will eventually have a set schedule so that we can seriously own it up. And thank you very much. Wonderful day. Thanks, guys. You made my day super awesome. I love you, fam. I will see you on the next vid or stream.